They're sharing
Oh,
food.
oh, yeah. You must just get an adult to talk to them. And remember that we have our hand symbol so that we can ask a question or ask for help. And then we have the email address as always. And today we're going to continue with number 2, where Bear is going to move on to Mrs. Owl and do the same as with Elephant. So a lot of revision will happen here. And these are some of the blocks we will revise. So we will revise the broadcast and when I receive and ask, and using variables to set the variable to the answer, where that little blue block goes and slots into that little haiki there in the little orange block. So change direction and costumes, and we move to another sprite and we'll do revision. Right, so now we are going to do the program. So remember the scroll bars over here. We had a situation yesterday. I think it's best to start off with running the program and seeing exactly what happens, okay? So I'll put it on big screen and we'll click the green flag. Can you see these variables are sitting here? They're very irritating, but we're going to get rid of them later. Click the green flag. There's Bear standing up, and then he walks, goes to Elephant, says, and the Elephant says he's going to move, and then Elephant moves, and they talk, they greet each other. And then they ask for the first name. I'm just going to type any first name in. Okay, welcome Jane Doe. And then Bear says goodbye and go well. And Elephant says bye, Bear, take care. And Bear walks over here. That's where we stopped. Can you see what's happening? A couple of things. We want Elephant to move back to his place. We want Bear. He's got his rear end sort of sticking out of the block. We want to put him in the block neatly. Okay, that's also very important in robotics, that everything is neat. Right, come on, welcome. You raised your hand. Let's go and see what you have to say, sweetheart. I will go and see now. Let's go and, oh my word, what's happening? Okay, come on. All right, yes, come on.
Teacher Quinn, I can only see the screen where it says good news. You may send email messages in your programs to Mrs. Quinn.
Oh.
I can't see the program screen.
Okay, that's a good point. Let's see if anyone else, say in the chat. I'm going to ask the question. Now you go type in the chat if you can see the screen, the program that I'm looking at now. Okay. Good. Okay. Hannah says yes. Hadia says yes. Mwaza says yes. Selena says you can. Okay, so it's probably your speed of your internet, so everyone can see. Okay, so just speak to an adult and ask them to fix your screen, or just log off and on again. All right, so what we're going to do now is, okay, yes, Kiwan, it's probably just the internet. Good question. Now, what we need to worry about is what's going to happen to Bear. We want to move him so that he's sitting like that. We want to make it perfect. Okay, robots have to be perfect. So Bear must go into his place properly. He can't be half in and out of his box. So what we're going to do is, we see where he moved. This is the last bit where he's moving. He's moving. Repeat, change, repeat 4 times. Next costume change, X by -10. -10, remember, he's going that way. He's going to the left with the -10. Wait 0.2 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make him change X by, let's see, we go to our motion and we're going to change X by another number. Let's make it 5 and see what happens then. Okay, I'm going to run the program again quickly. Oh, here we go, typing again. He's asking for the surname. Right, now, Van go well, Barbie, take care. So he moves there and he changes cars, switches around. Ah, so now he's fitted in properly. I just put this little extra change X by 5 just to move him to the right. 5 little points, and then he switched to costume Bear A. Right, now, Bear has to move upwards to Mrs. Owl. Elephant has to go back to this block. But how are we going to get Elephant to go back to this block? First of all, the top code. Okay, let's see the top code. Okay, for Bear. It's all of this. I'm going to save this program at the end of the lesson into your chat window so that you can take it home with you if you haven't caught up with the other lessons, okay? Right. Hannah has a question. So open, raised a hand. Hannah, where are you now? Oh, I'm not good at this. Okay, there we go.
Ma'am,
Yes.
every time I upload this stuff, then it won't work on my aunt's computer, so I can't do this anymore on a computer because it won't work, because it keeps on taking me into the internet, but then it says I must save it somewhere, but I can't do that.
Oh, so when you want to download it from the chat, you say that it doesn't allow you to open it.
No,
Do you
it
go?
just
Do you open?
it
No,
just
you
says
can't.
save and then something else.
Okay. Do you open Scratch or MS Zora first before you try open it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't show me that. All it shows me is open, save, and save as.
Okay. Well, what you have to do is you have to have either Scratch or MS Zora open on your computer first. Okay.
Okay.
And then you go to File and Load from. Look at the screen. File, load from your computer. Okay. And then you got to go to the place where it was downloaded. Sometimes it'll go to downloads. I think it might go to downloads. And then you click on the one that you want to open. You click on it and then you click open. And that is how you get it onto your computer. But you must be either in MS Zora, or if you don't have MS Zora, because that's MS Zora is on the internet. If you
I
log
can
into
go to the internet, but every time I click the link before going into the internet, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, you mustn't click the link before going. You must first go into MS Zora, open MS Zora just like I have on the screen here, and go to File, Load from your computer. That's the only way you're going to open it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you have Scratch on your computer, then you can open Scratch. Scratch it looks like what does it look like? Right, I'll show you now what Scratch. Oh, you can download Scratch from the internet. I don't know whether you've done that, but we recommend that you use MS Zora and log in. Have you got a MS Zora account?
I must ask my aunt. I don't think she does.
No, you must sign up for MS Zora. That's what you have to do. You see, right from the beginning, I showed everyone how to do it. Okay, I'll show everyone how to do that again. Okay. So if you have a good internet, then it's a good idea to sign up for MS Zora. And MS Zora is actually 0 rated. So you don't, if you're a Telkom customer or Vodacom, and I don't know what the other ones are, then you don't pay for that online access. Okay.
My aunt is Vodacom.
Okay. Well, then you won't pay for being on MS Zora website. Okay. Oh no, is it Vodacom? It's Telkom. I think it's I can't even. Oh, I might be wrong. I must check up my information, but just double check that, okay? On the website for African Teen Geeks, they tell you which network providers are available for the fact that you can use the MS Zora for free, okay?
Okay.
So get sorted out on that one. But I'll show you just now how to get to MS Zora again. All right, Afua had a question. Yes, Afua, your hand is up. I'm asking to unmute. I'm hoping this is working now. Okay, let me try again. Okay, it doesn't seem to be working. Why is my ask to unmute button not working? Afua, you're probably talking in the chat. Let's have a look. Okay, Telcom, yes. I don't know why I'm not. Okay. I don't know what the meeting code is, unfortunately. It has to go through the administrator who's and the moderator who's running the background on this meeting. Lovey, you don't pay to use MS Zora, sweetheart. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use MS Zora again. We did it right in the beginning in lesson 1 and 2 maybe, but we'll do it again. So what you do is you type MS Zora over here in Google and you look for it, MS Zora, and you have to make sure you have mszora.co.za. There is a mszora.io somewhere down, but look for it. If you can't find it on Google, you just type in the search window www.mszora.co.za and you press enter, and you can do this on your phone as well. Okay, and then you're going to be logging in. Okay, now I am already logged in, so what I'll do is I'll log off and I'll show you how to do it. But I actually think find the code in Google. Now you're not going to find this code in Google, love. You go to www.mszora.co.za in there, and then you will find the link. I'll show you now. I'm going to sign out of here. I'm just going to close the window, and hopefully that signs me out. All right, I'm going to try it again. mszora.co.za. I'll find it. www.mszora.co.za. You type that in Google because you have to go there and then you've got to sign in. Right now, okay, I can sign out here. Okay, let's log out. Yes, continue. Okay, I've logged out. Now, when you want to sign in, you're going to click on sign up. And then you're going to put in a username that you want, a password that you want, and then you type an email address that does work. And you type the email address again, and you put your first name and your surname, type a city, your country, and then over here, it's very important, select a country, and then over here, you choose the grade that you want to be in, and then you click on create my new account. What will happen is this will be sent to Africa Teen Geeks. They will give you a login and they will email you back with confirmation, and then you're going to log in. But you can only do it once you've got your return email. That's why you put in your email address and then you type in your username and password that you put in originally, and then you're logged in, and then you'll see this MS Zora blocks. You click on that, and then you'll be able to do exactly what I did now. Then when you've uploaded the file from the chat room, which I will go and put in there now, I'm going to go and put it there again for yesterday's work. There's the file. You have to ask the administrator. It's lockdown 10 or something it is. What is it? What is his call? What is his code? Lockdown 10 Digital School host and co-host. You have to ask them for any kind of code that you want. Okay, I can't give any codes. Right, now I'm going to go and put in here the file that we're busy with from yesterday, and I'm going to upload it from my computer so that you can actually, if you want to go and do that, you know, not that it's not a good idea now, but you can use it later. So there it is. I'm sending it. Right, so there it is. So how do you download it? You're going to, yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, can you also do it like on a tablet?
Yes, yeah, you can do it on a phone or a tablet.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask my mom and my aunt and if I
Yeah.
can do it on my aunt's computer while I'm here and on my tablet while I'm at home.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Right, Bear Walks lesson 1, lesson 7. To download it from the chat. I must say I have never taken it from the chat. Okay, now I've put it there. I know I already put it up. Thank you, Selena. All right, let's get moving. I'm going to now load my program from my computer that we're supposed to be doing today. And we're going to get that finished because we want to get moving so we can move on to the more exciting stuff on Monday. So, yeah, what I've finished after this, we will load again at the end of the lesson, okay? Yes, Magwede. I'm going to unmute you now. Yes, Magwede.
Ma'am, we're actually at the 8th lesson of Bear Walks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I said I put in lesson. Oh, yeah, you're right. I must put in lesson 8. You're right. Thank you, my sweetheart. Good point. Let's quickly go and load that file up onto the chat. I don't know. I'm not sure how you guys actually get it from the chat, but you're more clever than I am about those things, eh? So, yeah, I'll just put it in the chat. I don't know how you guys actually get it from the chat. Do you double click on it? Right, we're in lesson 9 now, so we're taking lesson 8's program and modifying it to make it lesson 9. All right, we are now in lesson 9. Yes, lesson 8 was yesterday's, what we finished yesterday. So that's in the chat now. And I'm going to carry on with what we are doing, which is now to put in that code, because you see I didn't save it. So I'm just going to go and put my change x by 5 in the motion block. Change x by 5. And then switch costume to be A. So now we know once we did that, then everything was perfectly fine. In other words, that's what will happen. Bear will be nicely situated in his little block. You could even take his mask off if you wanted to, but we haven't got a picture for him taking his mask off. So let's not worry about that now. First of all, we have to worry about Elephant must go back to his little block. And to get Elephant back to his block, we're going to send a broadcast that Elephant can now go back to his block. Right. So I'm going to go in Bear. Bear's going to broadcast to Elephant. It's safe to go to your place now. So we'll go to events. And events here, broadcast. And I'm making a new, so there's a broadcast, a new message. And you're going to say, Ellie, go home. Okay. Broadcast Ellie go home. Then Ellie must go and receive that broadcast. So I've clicked on Ellie here to make sure that Ellie is selected. Can you see there in the top? Oh, he's got lots of when I receives. Okay, we don't worry about those. We don't panic. We can see there's lots of when I receives. We can add another when I receive. So Elephant is sitting over there, and he's going to say, when I receive Ellie go home, then Ellie's going to move to there. Now, how shall we make Ellie move? The problem is that Elephant doesn't have lots of costumes, okay? He's got a hooting costume, and we can make him hoot too if you want to, later on we'll make him hoot. He doesn't have a mask on this one. We better quickly go and put a mask on him here. All right, let's quickly go and put a mask on. Pink one. Oops. Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? Undo. If you make a mistake with your picture, you've got this arrow that says undo. See those arrows there? That undo is very helpful. I want to It's an eraser. I'm going to paint. There's a paintbrush. So I'm going to choose paint, and then I'm going to choose a pink color, and we're going to, oops, it is pink. It was pinkish before. All right, so maybe he changes his, oh yes, yeah. No. Well, anyway, this is the hooting mask. He's going to change his mask to a different color when he gets home. Actually, no. When he's home, he's not going to wear a mask, is he? No, but when he's hooting, he must have a mask on. Okay, so there is Elephant's mask. He's got to wear 2 masks. He's got a nose and a mouth. See that? Elephant has to wear a nose and a mouth mask. Right, 2 masks. It's quite difficult, eh? Poor elephant. We're lucky. Well, we got noses and mouths, but 1 mask will cover both. All right, enough of that. So when Ellie receives Ellie go home, then elephant must, I know we've got that costume on there. That's because we were busy, we were busy with painting the costume, so it automatically went to that. So we want Ellie to change. Oh no, he's not going to change costume. He's just going to move. So he doesn't have any walking costumes. All he has is 1 costume. So what we're going to do is we can change with different ways of moving. We can move 10 steps. We can go 2, which means he'll shoot. We can glide. Shall we make elephant glide? I think so. Why not? But if we glide, then we've got to go and put in X and Y coordinates. Can you see there's an X number and then there's a Y number? So we have to type in the X and Y number of the elephant gliding. All right, so let's go and see what is the X and Y number if elephant's sitting over there. So I moved him there just to see what the X and Y was. It is -2 and -94. So I think I will do that. Gliding might be quite a good option. And if he glides 2 seconds, and it's got to be -2. Oh, automatically it came in there. Hey, can you see that? Automatically the numbers came in there. So I just had to go and do this. And can you see? Yeah, we're going to test it out. Okay, so let's go and put him back in his place and click on this. Oh, never. He's not going to it. Let's go and put him in his place. 2 and -98, not -2. 2 and -90 and 98, -98. So the Y is a negative number, the X is a 2. I'm reading it off over here. I positioned elephant in the place. I'm reading it off there, okay? So let's move him back. Let's go. I'm going to double click this block, this one. When I receive Ellie go home, I'm double clicking the block. Oh, glide 2 seconds. Yeah, Okay, yes, he did go. Right, let's just run the program and see, eh? Let's see if we really like that one. Okay, this is going to take a long while. There we go. There's his name. Then he moves. He says, hello, how are you? Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And then, what's your first name? For want of a better name, I'm just saying Jane Doe because it's quick to type. Elephant says, goodbye and go well. Bye, bear, take care. Bear walks, turns around, elephant glides to his place. We don't have to worry about elephant anymore. Now we're going to worry about bear. Bear's going to move up to Mrs. Owl. Right. Hello, Sajeng. I'm sorry you had some network issues, lovey. About MS Zora, if you just log into MS Zora, it'll be fine. Right, so what are we going to do after Bear has settled in his place, he's going to turn this away and move upwards. So we want him to move, turn and point 90 degrees is going up. Oh, not 90, sorry. This direction 90 is going to the right. This direction is going to the left. That direction is going upwards. So we're going to have Bear walking upwards. And we have to turn him sideways. So we're going to say point in direction of naught. Because this one points in direction of naught, and that's what we want. So we're going to do that quickly. Let's go and motion, point in direction, and we put in here a naught. I just typed in the naught. You can also just move the arrow and it will do that. So point in direction naught. Now Bear is going to change costume. He's going to start walking. I'm not going to let him stand up because we don't want to see him standing sideways, do we? No. We'll just make a walking costume change. So we go to our costumes. You can see what we got. We're going to use Bear walk A to Bear walk H. Okay, Bear walk A to Bear walk H. And we'll go next costume, next costume, next costume. So Magwedi has a question. Hello, Magwedi.
Ma'am, how do you change colors so you can make the elephant's mask? And also, how do you make the elephant glide?
Yeah, we use the instruction glide. Okay, good. I'll repeat that. Good question. Right, so we go back to elephant's code. And there's elephant down there. We go to his code. Do you see this block says glide? I made him glide slowly. I made him take 2 seconds to glide. So here in motion, we see glide blocks. Okay, there they are. You can either glide to a random position here, or you can glide to the XY position that is there. And we figured out that the XY position of this was 2 and minus 98. We figured that one out by just positioning Bear there. I mean elephant, sorry. Put him in his place. Saw the numbers over here. In fact, it's 2 for X and Y is minus 96. And I'll go and type in this block here the numbers. The X value is 2 and the Y value is minus 96. Right, so X is like moving left and right, Y is moving up and down. And that's how you can pinpoint your position on this grid. So what we're going to do now is worry about changing the color of the mask. All right, so if I go to my costumes and I was painting this mask, and you're right, I never changed his color. Actually, it's the same color as his other masks. I was going to change his mask color. So let's go and change it quickly, rather to a green. Now, how are we going to change it? Now, I want to actually get rid of that mask color. I can erase it over here, but then look what's happened when I erase it. I actually am erasing the elephant. Shame, poor elephant's getting erased. That's not okay. Right, someone raised a hand. Yes, Kwanga.
Ma'am, why don't they all have different masks? Because you have to have different masks. Like,
Yeah, they
can't wear the same mask over and over again.
Yeah, no, that's why we're going to change elephant's mask when he gets back home. That's what we're going to do now. We're busy changing his mask here. Because you see, Bear's got a purple mask, elephant had a pink one. I'm just going to change elephant's mask so when he gets home, he's going to wear a different one. But obviously, I've messed up this picture because I actually wanted to get it back to its original place. And there's one way to do it. And there's another way to do it. I'm going to do it the easiest way, just to go and upload a new costume quickly. So I'm going to choose the costume for elephant, that hooting elephant one. And I'll go to animals. It looks the same as sprite costumes, doesn't it? But it's just the costumes for the sprites. Okay, my internet is going a bit slow. Okay, there we go. We have elephant A and elephant B. So I'm going to click on elephant B because I want that costume again, because I messed it up before, didn't I? Why is it not coming up? Come on. Ah, there it is. Took a while. Okay, there's my elephant costume. So I can go and draw another mask on this costume. I can delete that one. Delete. Now we've got elephant back again. Without a mask, so we're going to choose a different color mask. I'm going to choose the green mask, and then I'm going to choose a paintbrush over here, and then I'm just going to paint, like, you know, paint a mask on there, and that's going to go around his ears, and then a mask on his mouth, because his nose and his mouth are quite far away from each other, so he has to have two masks. Right, finished now. Can you see? That's how you paint, that's how you put a mask on the animals. You can do it another way as well, but I'm sure if you play around with that, you'll be able to fix your costumes up. Right, I'm going to move on now. We are back to, we're still here, getting elephant to his place. I have 3 participants raise hand. Okay, Kwanga.
Ma'am, I didn't raise my hand. I just forgot to put it down.
Oh, okay. Good boy. Okay. Right, Kamahelo. Hello, sweetheart.
Is elephant gonna speak to the owl now since we're done with? Wait, I meant, is Bear gonna speak to the owl now since we're done with elephant?
Yes, he is. Bear's going to speak to Owl as soon as we get
Sure.
there. Right, and Hannah.
Ma'am, I was gonna ask, if we were to do a mask on an elephant, you should have 2 masks connected to each other, so then he doesn't have to wear 2 masks at once.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, you can do that too if you want. You can do anything you want. Okay, and then Selena.
So, ma'am, I was asking that if Elephant does his introduction by telling Bear his first name and surname, why doesn't Bear do the same?
Oh, I don't know why. I suppose because I don't want to make the program too long.
Okay.
I'm in charge. Remember, when you write a program, you're going to be in charge of your program. Yeah, I just decided, you know, and you can do whatever you want with your program. So that's what programmers have. We have the power. Okay, Prononso. Prononso, sweetheart, you have a question, Livy.
Ma'am?
Oh, yes. Come. Yes, Prononso.
Is Bear actually a robot?
No, Lovey, but when you work with robots, you're going to have grids where the robots have to walk on. You have to make sure the robots don't bump into things and so on.
Okay.
Okay, we're just pretending. Just to help you learn how to program robots one day. That's what we're doing this scratch. So when you program robots, you don't make any mistakes. Okay, all right, Kamohelo. Oh yeah, you didn't put your hand down. Okay, now I'm going to move on because we'll lose time. So after elephant glides to this block, let us make elephant do something unusual. Okay, Kamohelo. Kamohelo. Okay. Right, we're going to make elephant do something unusual. He's going to switch costumes. He's going to turn around and do a hoot. He's going to hoot. And then, so in order for him to turn around, we must switch to costume elephant A. Okay, but elephant A, yeah, okay. So elephant A, let's switch to costume elephant A. Elephant is now going to change costume. We make sure we got elephant selected over here. We've got this when I receive Eddie go home, he glides to this block. And then he's going to go to change a costume. So we go to looks and we go switch costume to elephant A. Now, because we don't want this to happen so fast that we don't see, we're going to click on control and put in a weight. Okay. And after you switch to costume elephant A, which is this one here at the top, where he's facing that way now, we're going to switch to costume elephant B, where he hoots. So we can go to switch to costume, is in looks, switch costume to elephant B. And then he's going to wait again because he's got to go. He's not going to stand and hoot in his house forever, is he? No. No, he won't be doing that. He's going to go back to costume elephant A. So we're going to switch again to costume elephant A. And that will be the end of that. But you must remember, elephant A doesn't have a green mask on, because we changed the mask, see that, to green. So I'm going to go and get another costume so I can paint a green mask on that elephant A costume. So I'm going to go and choose a costume, go to animals, and I want to paint a green mask on elephant A. So there it is there, elephant A. It looks the same as that, it's pointing in the right direction. I'm going to fill it with the green that we had before with my paintbrush, and so that it looks the same as the green mask that we had before. Now, the reason why elephant A is wearing his mask when he gets home, maybe because his granny's there or something. All right, so now we're going to go and, so see, this is elephant. This is, what is the name of this elephant? This costume is called Elephant A with a capital E. That's Elephant A with a small e. Let's go and see if we can go and switch to costume Elephant A. There it is, Elephant A with a capital E. You know that you can change your costumes names. So over here, you can change your costume here to Elephant Green, Ellie Green Mask, hooting. I thought owls hoot. So this is Ellie Green Mask. Ellie Green Mask. See, I changed my costume name right over here. So you don't have to use the costume names that they gave us. Right, so there it is. It automatically changed the costume name in our switch costume 2. So we can go and test this out just by double clicking this code. Come on, there, I clicked on it once. Okay, there he is. He's settled now. Right, now we're going to have Bear going upwards to see Mrs. Owl. And Bear is going to move. And I'm not going to change Bear's mask, okay? Because I haven't got time for that, guys. We can just worry. We know how to do that now. We did it with Ellie Elephant. But we do have to put a mask on Owl. All right, so let's go and put a mask on Owl quickly. Owl. So we select Owl. We make sure Owl has sitting over there in the top right-hand corner. We go to costumes. And let's think now. Oh, Owl's got some nice pictures, isn't he? He's got a flying one as well. But we're not going to use his costumes. We're just going to put a mask on this one because Owl's just going to stand still. I think a nice red mask will go with Owl. So Owl's got a small mouth thingy. You don't have to worry too much about Owl's costume here. You can put it around his neck. There we go. Her neck, sorry. So Owl's got her mask on, all ready to receive visitors. And Bear's going to point in direction north, switch costume and move in that direction. Switch costume, move, switch costume, move, switch costume, move, switch costume, move. What about wait? Wait, 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 wait. We have to move and wait and move and wait and move and wait. Why do we have to move and wait all the time? Only so, yes, Africa, I saw your code, Lovey. Thank you. And I sent you some programs. Well done, sweetheart. Liked your code, lovey. The owl, the shark swimming. Very clever that you got it on video. Yes, Kamayolo, there's costumes for all the sprites or animals or objects. You just have to decide whether you're going to paint your own costume. You can actually make your own costume. You can upload a picture as a costume, but that's for another lesson. We're doing now movement, and we're trying to get to Mrs. Owl so that by tomorrow we finish talking to her. So pointing direction. Now remember, if we're going to move, we're going to go to the next costume and move, next costume, move. If you remember correctly over here, we repeated next costume, move, wait, next costume, move, wait, next costume, move, wait. We want the actions of bear walking. I know when you walk to elephant, you just glided up there. Okay, we just made him go up there. But now we want him to actually walk up to owl. Right, Hannah. Question. Yes, sweetheart.
Ma'am, before I did the coding on robotics classes, these types of sprites, I used to draw my own coding and robotics so I could practice in case I wanted to do a class before.
Cool, that's so nice. If you can make your own sprite, and if you know paint is so difficult, but I've seen some wonderful pictures come from paint as well.
Yeah, my class is an artist and she won a painting competition by drawing a swan and a ballerina.
Yeah, you must try and do more of that. That's wonderful. You can get lots of interest with that. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, paint your own costumes, guys. It'll be fun and difficult actually, but fun. I can't do it. Anyway, so what we're doing here, we're going to get Bear to walk, and we're going to repeat. We're going to put in a repeat, and we're going to see how far he goes 7 times. Why am I saying 7? Remember yesterday I told you there were 8 costumes that he was switching between for walking, and we're going to use this costume, the one pointing to the right, because he's going to go upwards and he's going to walk up. So A, B, that's 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, 7, 8 moving leg costumes. All right, so we're going to start off with bear walk number 8, A, bear walk A. So switch costume to bear walk A, not A2, A, and then repeat 7 times. We're going to go to next costume. Then we're going to, no, we're not going to go to next costume first. We're going to wait. First, we're going to wait, because after he changes the costume, we need to wait so we can actually see the change. I'm going to put in there 0.5 seconds. Then we're going to move 10 steps. So we go to motion, and then we move 10 steps. And then we're going to go to looks, and then we're going to switch, or we'll just go to next costume. If we go to next costume, we know we're going to get the next one, A, and then B, and then C, then D, then E. But let's see how is this going to work, because if you look here carefully, bear walk A, and we're repeating wait, move next, wait, move next, wait, move next. I wonder what that's going to look like. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. I'm going to separate the code from here. We're going to click the code. Okay, so it gets to about there, but I want to modify this slightly because I'm not 100% sure that I like the way he walks. Let's do it again. I suppose he's fine, eh? The thing is, we switch to costume bear walk A, but these two, wait and move, we should actually put before we start our loop of 7. So, okay, Ipe. Right, Ipe, do you want to ask a question, Lovey? Or is it typed in the chat? Okay, stop looking at the clock, Hannah. Right, so next costume, wait, move. So we go to wait, and then we're going to go to motion where we're moving. So I've modified it slightly. I want to see what it looks like. Right. So what I've done is I've put switch costume A, wait and move. Then we repeat it for the other 7 costumes. Next costume, wait, move. So that sort of, to me, looks, come on. Okay, let's go. Okay, it doesn't look like it's making much difference, does it? It only gets to that point there. So we need to have a couple more steps for him to reach Mrs. Owl. And then he can stop. So we will have a couple of steps where, let's say 2, repeat 2 times. So this block over here, actually this whole thing, stop, don't want him to walk now. I'm going to duplicate this because he's going to start off over here. Ah, he's really looking weird, eh? All right, Bear's looking really weird now. I'm going to start him off pointing in the right direction so you can see. Okay, we know he's like, that's where he's ending off. All right, get back to the code. All right, what have I done is I've taken this, duplicated it. He's doing it 7 times now. Now he's going to switch costume to Bear Walk A. He's going to start at the first costume again, Bear Walk A, and then he's just going to repeat 2 times just to see if that makes him land up in the right block right over there where Owl is. So in order so that I don't have to run the whole program, I'm separating this from the block, and then all we have to do is click on it once and see what happens. So I'm just testing a block of code at a time. Right, so that looks 100% fine. And once he gets there, we want him to, yes, I know we're going to have to do the social distancing thing. So what will happen is we will point in direction 90 and switch, because we don't want him to be standing sideways. We want him to, you know. So we will go to motion, point in direction 90, and switch to costume. Switch costume 2. I always say switch to costumes. It's actually switch costume 2, Bear A. So he's standing. Right, now we want to double check that that is fine. Let's get him back in his original place quickly. So we can start him off in the right place. We're going to test segments of code. You have to test your program, and we're going to test part of the code. In order to do that, I'm positioning Bear in his correct place, and I'm going to take this code and go to the place over here. I've separated this big long block from the other long block of long list of code. Who's that? And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to test this code that I've just assembled over here. All these blocks I've joined together. I'm going to test those blocks only by clicking on them once. And if it works, then I can put it back on the main program, on the big. Okay, that's sort of okay. Hey, it's not too bad. We could maybe
ended the meeting by now.
We can reduce one step.
Well, not really. So it ends at 10:35.
Or we could go and put in here an 8. Okay, let's go. And we might have to mute some people here. Okay. Okay, Demba, do you have a question, Lavi? Okay, you must put your mic off. Okay, sweetheart. All right, so there we go. We have this basically working all right, but we need Owl to fly to somewhere else. So what we're going to do is, don't really like Bear in his place. You know, he's sitting and looking a little bit out of the block a bit. So I'm not really happy with that. I'm going to just take this code out again. And okay, we've got him repeating 7 times, switch to costume, Bear walk A. And then basically maybe just one more, not just repeat 2 times. Let's just put him there like that. Let's see if that makes any difference. So to test the code, I'm putting Bear back where he would be before this code starts. I can move this to the left into that area. To test this code, this big long block here, as you can see, I'm just going to click on it once. And then it's just doing that part. And yeah, that's better. It's not quite on the line, but it's fine. It's good enough. Right, now we got the problem with owl touching bear. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to owl and we say in our sensing block, you'll see there is touching something. Okay, there's like a hexagon touching bear. So how are we going to get that in? When? Let's see, when backdrop, you see we've got this, when the green arrow is clicked, when this paste key is clicked, sorry, when any key is clicked, we get all these hat blocks in events. We also have control, but there's no hat blocks there. We have when our start is, we're not going to do that. We go to the events block, when backdrop switches, when the sprite is clicked, when the loudness, okay, then we have a when I receive. So when something is touching, we actually had that with elephant. Remember, let's go look at elephant's code, because elephant moved out of the way. Remember, and the only way elephant moved out of the way is if bear was touching elephant. Okay, someone must remove that scribble on the screen. Thank you. No, that's not fair. Okay, take the scribble off the screen. Thank you very much, because other people can't see. I don't know who scribbled on the screen, but you better take it off now. When you find out who you are, then we're going to have to block you. Anyway, so Elif, we're going to just carry on regardless, okay? We don't let trolls ruin our days. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to use a broadcast. So what's going to happen is we switch costume to bear A, and we're going to broadcast that bear is touching elephant, but there is an if statement. Okay, we call it if question, asking if something is touching something else, and here we have it over there. Okay, owl is going to have an if statement. We'll go to owl, and you haven't seen if statements yet, but it's not a bad idea. It's just the same as ordinary English. So when the green flag is clicked, we're going to put an if statement. So owl's going to be on high alert all the time, waiting for this to happen. And we're going to have an if statement there. If touching bear, then owl's going to fly to another block. Let's say we let her fly to this block over here. All right. First of all, these variables are in my way. How do we get rid of them? We go to the variable list here and untick the blue boxes, and now we don't have to see them anymore. Okay, there's owl. we want Al to move to, let's say she's going to fly there, okay? So she's sitting right there. And as soon as Bear touches Al, she can change her costume and fly. So we're going to switch costume to Al C. Okay. Switch costume to Al C. And then we're going to let her glide, because gliding would be cool, wouldn't it, at this point? So we'll glide her to this block over here, which is -11, x -11, y 56. How do we glide? We go to motion, and then there's glide. Glide to, oops, put it in there. -11 and 56. So that's all good. So we got her there in the meantime. Now, of course, I know the costume, the flying one, you have to go and draw a mask on her. Okay. All right. So we'll put a mask on that one. There we go. And then we go put a mask on this one. There we go. So Al's got her masks on. Right now, so if touching Bear, then Al's going to switch to costume C, Al C, and she's going to glide for 1 second to that. We can test it. Oops. Okay, but as soon as she reaches there, we want her to change costume, don't we? Yep. So we're going to change costume to, we go to looks, switch costume to Al C or B. Let's make it B. Okay, so I'm going to click the button again. Right, now that went very quick, didn't it? We're going to do this here and click the button. Okay, so there it is. But Al C is facing the wrong way. We do actually want Al B. She's facing away from Bear. We want her to turn around, you know, and say hi to Bear. Just like Elephant had to turn around and say hello. So we have to switch costume again. We do need to wait. You must always remember that a waiting is rather important. And then we're going to switch costume to make Al turn around. Now, the problem is, will Al, if we change the direction, she'll go that way. If she's pointing that way, she'll be upside down. So changing direction, like we saw before, is not going to work. Yes, I know there's 2 minutes left, Lovey. But there were so many questions that I can't... Tomorrow we mustn't have too many unnecessary questions, okay, people? Because we've got to get the work finished so we can cover new work on Monday. So Monday I want to cover new work. So I want to finish tomorrow with Bear talking to Al. But before we finish here, I just want to make sure that we've got Al in the right costume. So to have her facing the other way, all I do is duplicate this one, like we did with Elephant and Bear. You right click and duplicate, and then you switch. Where is this thing? I want to, oh no, I don't want to do that. We want her to go, why won't they let us do it now? Show vector. Oh, maybe it's this one. Let's go and wait, it's not that one. No, I want to stop painting. That's why. Oh, I stopped painting. Ah, there it is. I had to click that arrow to get to flip horizontal because I was in paint mode all the time. But I had to click this arrow to flip horizontal. And there we have LB2. And there's the costume that we wanted after all. So going back to the code, switch to costume LB2. And then I will turn around. And then she's sitting comfortably. She's not in high alert. She's just sitting comfortably and she can talk to. So that's what's going to happen. That's how we're going to deal with it. Okay. Right. So come on, you raised your hand. I'm going to let you talk. And where's Kuman? I don't know why I can't find you now. Okay, let's just make this bigger so I can see you. Come on. Do you want to ask a question? Okay, I'll unmute you. Yes, sweetheart.
Set the file on the chat.
The file in the chat. Yes, I'll go and do that now. Right now.
Thank you.
Good point. Thank you for the question. I'm going to quickly save the file. Remember to have scroll bars, okay? I'm going to file. I first have to save it to my computer before I can send it in the chat. You know what I mean? No, I mean, I have to save it. I have to save it first before I can send it. Right, so now I can send it in the chat quickly, and I'll ask your I'll let you ask questions just now. Radio. Now this went to downloads. Okay, so you've got to go to your computer, and I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and then we can see the downloads, and then we find the one we want, and then we can send it. That's how we can do it. Okay. Right, participants raising hands. That is Dawazi.
Ma'am,
Yes, sweetheart.
the chat that you're talking about, I don't understand. Where do we get it? I don't have any chat.
Oh, the chat.
I just have this chat here at the Zoom meeting. I don't know anything.
Okay, it's on the, I can't actually show it to you on Zoom. So you obviously haven't used Zoom, but right at the top of your window, you'll find a Zoom, it's like a bar at the top, and it'll have a whole lot of buttons and that on, and then there'll be a more button, and you'll see a chat button, and all you do is click on that chat button. You'll see a participants button because you're in Zoom. I don't know whether you're on a computer or on a phone, but one of those you should be. Yes.
I'm on a phone. My mother's busy using the computer. I use the computer